Intel's stock jumped 8% on January 6, 2026, the day after unveiling its next-generation Core Ultra Series 3 AI PC processors at CES. So the question is, what exactly makes these new chips stand out? And how might this launch influence Intel's position in the semiconductor market? Let's solve this equation. Welcome back, strategists. This is the Resource Equation, your briefing room where data, capital, and strategy collide. New here? Subscribe for weekly breakdowns of what's really moving markets. On January 5th, 2026, Intel revealed its Core Ultra Series 3 processors at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. These processors mark the first compute platform built on Intel's 18A process technology, the company's most advanced semiconductor manufacturing process developed and produced in the United States. The new Series 3 family powers over 200 PC designs from global partners, targeting a wide range of devices from high-performance laptops to edge computing systems used in robotics, smart cities, automation, and healthcare. Intel's Senior Vice President and General Manager of the Client Computing Group, Jim Johnson, described the Series 3 as laser-focused on improving power efficiency, adding more CPU performance, a bigger GPU in a class of its own, more AI compute and app compatibility you can count on with x86. The lineup includes new classes of Intel Core Ultra X9 and X7 processors, featuring up to 16 CPU cores, 12 Xe graphics cores, and 50 trillion operations per second, tops of Neural Processing Unit (NPU) performance. Intel claims these chips deliver up to 60% better multithreaded performance, percent faster gaming, and battery life up to 27 hours during video streaming. Here's where it gets interesting. These processors are not only designed for traditional PCs, but also certified for embedded and industrial edge applications. This includes use cases with extended temperature ranges and 24/7 reliability requirements. Intel reports up to 1.9 times higher large language model performance, 2.3 times better performance per watt per dollar for video analytics, and 4.5 times higher throughput on vision language action models compared to previous solutions. The integrated AI acceleration enables a more cost-effective single-chip solution versus the traditional multi-chip CPU and GPU architectures. This launch is significant because the Intel 18A process marks a major technological milestone for the company. Measuring 18 angstroms, or roughly 1.8 nanometers, it aligns Intel with the most advanced semiconductor manufacturing technology globally, comparable to Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company's N2 process. After years of development challenges, including yield issues reported as recently as August 2025, Intel's new CEO Lip-Bu Tan announced that production ramp-up for 18A is now ahead of schedule. This could represent an important shift in the competitive dynamics of the global chip market. Quick poll: which matters more to you? Intel's leap in manufacturing technology or the AI performance gains in these new chips? Following the announcement, Intel's stock rose sharply, gaining 8% on January 6th. This movement reflects market interest in the company's technological progress and product lineup. The processors will begin shipping in consumer laptops as early as January 27, 2026, with more designs expected throughout the first half of the year. Edge systems powered by these chips will become available in the second quarter of 2020. But wait, there's a twist. While the Core Ultra Series 3 processors promise strong performance improvements and AI capabilities, some details remain unclear. For example, the specific on-device AI applications that will leverage these new chips are still developing, though Intel emphasizes deep collaboration with software partners like Microsoft. Additionally, while Intel highlights the enhanced integrated GPU branded as Intel Arc B390 and its gaming performance, the company faces competition from AMD's Ryzen Z series in the emerging PC gaming handheld market. Intel mentioned plans to develop an entire gaming handheld platform around these processors, but concrete product details and timelines are sparse. Remember that question about how these processors might reshape Intel's market position? We're getting closer to understanding that as more devices launch and real-world performance data becomes available. Real talk. What's your hypothesis on why Intel chose to certify these chips for edge and industrial applications alongside consumer PCs? Looking back at our opening questions, we now know that the Core Ultra Series 3 processors represent a significant advance in Intel's manufacturing capabilities and AI integration. The stock's 8% jump reflects investor recognition of these developments. However, how the chips will perform in the broader ecosystem, particularly against established competitors and in new form factors like gaming handhelds, remains to be seen. Surface level, this launch signals Intel's renewed focus on power efficiency, AI performance, and graphics capabilities. But dig deeper, and it also reflects a strategic push to regain technological leadership through the 18A process, a cornerstone of former CEO Pat Gelsinger's turnaround plan. The fact that these chips are made in the United States adds another layer of geopolitical and supply chain significance, as semiconductor manufacturing remains a critical area of global competition. Now here's the number that changes everything. Up to 27 hours of battery life during Netflix streaming on a laptop powered by the top-tier Intel Core Ultra X9 388H processor, tested in a Lenovo IdeaPad reference design. This figure highlights how Intel is prioritizing not just raw power, but also efficiency and user experience. What comes next? Pre-orders for laptops with these processors started January 6th, with broad availability from January 27th onward. Intel's edge computing systems using the same chips are expected to hit the market in Q2 2026. Industry watchers will be looking closely at adoption rates, performance benchmarks, and how software ecosystems evolve to utilize the AI features. How do you interpret this development? Who do you think will be most affected by Intel's push into AI-enabled PCs and edge devices? What signals are you watching as this story unfolds? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this valuable, hit that like button. Quick reminder, this video reports and explains public information. It does not offer investment advice. Now, while Intel's launch is grabbing headlines, there's another equation being solved in real time. NVIDIA just stole Grok for $20 billion, but there's a catch. If you think today's story matters, you need to see what we uncovered there. Link in the description. Watch it next. Subscribe to the Resource Equation for weekly breakdowns like this. Next up, how AI is reshaping the semiconductor supply chain. See you in the next one.